Hey guys, before we start the podcast, I just wanted to jump on and say that me and my brother are dropping our summer range this week for Better Life, Thursday 6 p.m. So make sure to jump on the website, which is www.betterlife.com.au. Cop yourself some merch. We're dropping tees, tank tops, and crops as well. So there's something for everyone. Also, you can use the code Project10 for 10% off. So hope you guys can jump on, cop yourself some merch. If not, enjoy this episode and please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let's roll the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the Betar Project. It's your host, Nick Betar. Today we've got special guest, Corey Hutchings, also known as DJ Hutch. How's it going, brother?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good, man. How's the DJ going?
Yeah, not too bad. Recently it's been a bit challenging with everything that's been going on. But yeah, it's something that I love, and we're slowly starting to pick back up with everything that's going on.
Yeah, we were speaking just before that you're getting gig at Peachtree every weekend. That's pretty good.
Yep, I love the Peachy gig down there. At the moment it's from 1 to 4, so it's a little afternoon gig. And yeah, it's rewarding actually. It's really good down there.
Awesome, man. You just finished school as well. How did COVID affect the HSC and all that shit?
Yeah, look, it was a bit rough actually. Like in terms of the actual workload, being in year 12, finishing up school, and trying to do that at home in an environment that I see myself as like, that's where I do all my music, that's where I relax, and now that's turned into the classroom. For me, that was tricky.
We got distracted a lot.
Yeah, I did. I found myself walking off and just doing other things. Would be like on a Zoom call with the teachers, and then take a screenshot, freeze my sorry mum if you're listening, freeze my face, and go do something else.
That's smart, eh?
Yeah, not bad, yeah. But it was a bit tricky. And then when we ended up going back to school, that was good to see everyone start kind of getting back to normal. But yeah, it's
awesome, bro. You want to bring the mic a bit close to you as well, man? How did you actually go on exams?
Yeah, not bad. I found like school for me, I've loved it throughout year 7 to year 10, year 11. But this year has been challenging for me with school. But I dug deep. I kept pushing on, but trials and the actual HSC exams, they were a bit tricky. There was like a maths exam that threw everyone. But besides that, I think I did all right.
Was it just challenging because of COVID? Kind of fucked up everything.
COVID, the actual workload. I felt like the actual quality of work, I wasn't quite maintaining. I wasn't hitting that sweet spot with all the work. But look, I'm just glad that it's all done now. Move on with life, and start doing the things that I like doing.
Awesome. Yeah, and you mentioned you going to the army. Did you need an ATAR to get in the army?
No. You just had to pass English and maths. So
awesome.
Fingers crossed when I get my results, we're a goer.
So what drew you to join the army?
Well, look, I didn't really want to go to uni, as I was saying. Like my drive for school this year kind of deflated a bit. So I didn't really want to go to uni. In terms of work options, there wasn't a lot out there that really interested me. I kind of found the gap year program. I think it was an ad on social media or something like that. And I was like, that seems pretty cool. Mum and I sat down, we had a look into it, did heaps of research and stuff like that, just to see like what it actually entails. And then I just took a leap of faith and applied. Massive application process, as we were just talking about. Yeah, and then now we're here. I'm about 2 months out from leaving. Just been doing some training. And yeah, I'm keen. Can't wait. Yeah,
You nervous as well?
I am. I am nervous. I've been watching heaps of YouTube videos of all the drill sergeants giving it to them. I'm like, oh no, that's gonna be me.
Yeah,
Copping it.
they try to break you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But as I said before, it's going to be a mad experience and it's going to build your mental toughness as well.
Yeah, and I think that aspect of resilience is going to be really important. I've been trying to knuckle down on myself to try and really focus on that. But I guess going forward, like in the grand scheme of things, I think it's going to be really good for me, like moving on with life, having those skills. Like I was talking to one of my mates, his brother just came back.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing that I'm going for, which is infantry. And he said that his brother said that they had 9 minutes in the morning to get up, reshave their head, brush their teeth, shower, make their bed, get dressed and everything. 9 minutes, and they had to be standing there ready after 9 minutes. I'm like, wow. So yeah, it's going to be intense. But yeah, that's what I'm keen for, I think.
Takes me 9 minutes to get out of bed.
That's what I was thinking. Oh God, takes me a couple of minutes to brush my teeth. I'm like,
and you got to shave your head too. Fuck.
Yeah, reshave your head.
You're gonna enjoy that, having to shave your head.
Yeah, shave me locks off. Yeah.
Fuck man, and you guys, all your mates went away for a week.
Yeah,
got up to a bit of mischief up there.
Yeah,
surely there's some good stories you can share.
The mountain goats up at Port Macquarie. We took on the north coast. It was a good time. There was quite a few of us, big group of us. Went up there. Had some fun. Lots of bevies. Lots of bevies.
Lots of Instagram lives of them just getting on the piss.
A couple of Instagram lives. A couple of shots. But yeah, I think we drank nearly half of Port Macquarie's Dan Murphy's. Fuck. It was unreal though.
Anyone get arrested or?
No, we did have some coppers though. It was a bit of a bust up, as they say.
Yeah.
With the coppers. And yeah, the actual nightlife was a bit Hawaii up there. We went to the Panthers.
Yeah.
And anyone from around here, around Penrith, knows that Panthers down here in Penrith goes off on a Friday, Saturday night, especially pre-COVID. So yeah, I was like, we're on here, boys. So it was a Friday night, like, here we go in, and it's like a retirement home.
All the oldies.
There's old people everywhere. We're like, oh no.
Grab a granny, mate.
Yeah. That's what some of the boys are doing. They're trying to get onto the grannies.
Did any of them get one?
Nah. I couldn't catch one, but you know, what can you do? Fuck. But and then we ended up going to the one nightclub in Port Macquarie. We're like, here we go. We walk in, it's about 10:30, and there's about 12 people there. Like, oh, you're kidding. So that was interesting.
So it was just party back at the house.
Yeah. That's basically what it was. A big 7-day house bender.
Fuck.
Yeah. Crazy.
How long did it take you to recover?
Oh, a couple of days. A lot of sleeping.
Yeah.
I didn't get much sleep up there. But yeah, it was good fun with the boys.
Who was the worst?
Oh, that's a big one. I think Tommy G, the big man, Tommy G. If you're listening, love ya. He loves his passion pot. He loves his wine.
Passion pot.
It's cheap. It's nasty, and he loves some passion pot.
Yeah, nice.
That's all I'm gonna say. He loves his passion pot.
That's cute, bro. That's cute.
Yeah.
Whatever does it for him.
Exactly right. Yeah, cheap and nasty. It's good.
It's the way to go. Anyways, bro, let's go back to the beginning of your story. What was your upbringing like? You've born and raised up in the mountains.
Yeah. Since I've been born down at Nepean Hospital.
Yeah, nice.
God bless. I first started living, like, when I was born. My parents were at Mount Riv. They were there for a couple of years. Then they packed up and bought at Yellow Rock out here. And that's where we've been ever since. That's been good and bad in a way, I guess. So they built a shed inside. That's where the five of us lived. So mum and dad, my brother, sister, and I. And after that, like, my other sister was born. And while we were living in that shed, my dad's a carpenter and he was building our actual house.
Yep.
So yeah, we've been living there ever since. Lovely spot down there. I love it. It's
I love driving down there and all the beautiful houses.
Yeah.
Nice land too.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Did you get hit by the fires at all?
Yeah, we got really lucky actually, because the fire actually basically went over the top of our house.
Really?
Yeah. Lots of our house did actually catch a light.
Yeah.
At the side of the house. Our aircon is gone. Like spewing.
If you need a new one,
true. You're right. Yeah. So the actual unit on the side of the house was gone, blew up, and the barbecue on the side of the house exploded.
Fuck.
The gas bottle. So the side of the house, the actual panels, the fire was like burning through there. Yeah. And luckily our neighbours, at least three of our neighbours, like three separate neighbours, came and said that they came over and put it out.
Oh, so did you guys evacuate, did you?
Yeah, so we were out of there. Mum and dad were at work and all us kids are at school.
Oh, okay,
so
yep.
There was no one at home. But yeah, 3 separate times neighbours came and put our house out. So it's crazy to think that our house could not have survived the fires. But yeah, all our yards burnt to a crisp. Everything just totally gone. And I remember it was like a couple of weeks after the fires, we were finally let back down, like to see the damage, see what's happened. And I remember that first time driving back down Singles Ridge Road and just seeing like black sticks.
Yep.
And just everywhere, and it was so surreal, just to see how much damage it's done in such a short time. It was only a couple of hours.
It's so quick.
Just roared through, and our house was one of the many few in our street that survived, which is crazy to think.
That's lucky.
Yeah. So that was the 2013 fires. It was bad.
We're lucky. We moved up here in 2014, just after the fires.
Right. Okay.
So it was good. We didn't get affected. I think it went back in the gully there.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't get affected. But when we were driving down, seeing all the fucking houses and shit that got destroyed, I was like, holy shit.
It's not good, eh? Yeah.
But then now you see it, and there's some nice fucking houses.
They're beautiful now. Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, eh?
It is indeed. Yeah. And another thing that was really nice to see was, like, I think it was a month or two after the actual regrowth coming back.
Yeah.
All those black sticks of the trees started to bloom green. And it was really like nice to see, like black and the contrast, the green, like it was just amazing.
It rejuvenates so quick.
Yeah, it does.
Like even last summer when it burned all up in the higher mountains, we were driving past there in Blackheath and Bellsline Road, I think.
Yeah.
Where it all went through there. And you can just see all the regrowth, and it's fucking so quick that it comes back.
You're right. Yeah,
and it was actually a really nice view too.
Yeah. It's like it's nice to see the good that comes out of something so bad. In that sense. And like most natural disasters don't really have much good that come out of it.
Was it even a natural disaster? I heard the freaking military or something set it off.
Oh really?
I heard it was something like that. I don't know.
I think. Oh yeah, that one could have been the military. I'm not sure, but the 2013 one that was a power line or something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, up at Linksview. Yeah, so, and that's how crazy it is. It started over at Linksview near the golf course and ended up out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
was
spreads
just,
like crazy.
yeah,
It's so quick.
yeah, with the wind, the heat, like it was a bad day for
Mm.
fire. And I remember we were at the primary school, and Serge Rosado, you're a legend if you're watching. um, he had to act really quick because he had 550 odd kids, and like you could basically see the fire out the window of the hall.
Everyone would have been stressed.
Yeah,
Fuck
it was
that.
crazy. It was mayhem. But he kept his calm, and we all walked out to the Coles. Yeah, and we kind of had to go like the back way, and we came up. I think it's Paulwood, right next to St Columbus and St Thomas.
Yeah.
Paulwood Avenue. And we looked back on your right, and all like the driveway of the school like was on fire.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that was scary. Yeah, it was really weird.
Shit.
Yeah, really weird to see.
Hopefully this fires aren't as bad this summer.
For sure, yeah.
Dude, let's talk about DJing. How the hell did you get into that?
Well, look, it's been a pretty funny ride with my DJing. It all started like I've always loved my music. My parents aren't that big on music, so I didn't really grow up around music. But my love for music has developed probably since I hit high school. I really started liking music. And I could never play an instrument, could never sing, could never do any of that. I've tried one of everything. The trumpet, because I wanted to be the trumpeter in the RBB. Do you know the RBB for the Wanderers?
Yeah.
Like the big supporter group.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a dude on the trumpet. I always wanted to be a part of that, so I tried the trumpet. It's hurt my lips, like I was sounding squeaky, couldn't do that. Tried the clarinet at school, at primary school. One of everything. Just couldn't get it to work. Couldn't sing, didn't even try that. I found. I was working at McDonald's for a year.
Yeah.
Saved up all my money. Didn't really spend anything. And then I was talking to my parents one day, and I was like, I've got all this money saved up, and I was young. I was like 16.
Yeah.
I was like, I got nothing to spend it on. What can I spend it on? They're like, I don't know. Like, save it up. All right. I was watching some videos, and the person who inspired me was Will Sparks. Do you know Will Sparks?
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
He's an Australian DJ from Melbourne, one of the pioneers of bounce music, like Melbourne bounce music. I was watching some videos of him playing at a festival, and I was like, that is amazing. It's so cool. My parents and I drove down to a store called DJ City.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yep, DJ City. I basically spent all my saved money on a deck and some speakers, and went from there.
How much was it? Because surely that wasn't cheap.
It was a lot of money. A couple of grand.
Shit.
Yeah. And I got home, and I couldn't do it because the software you need to run the control, like the DJ controller, you need a laptop for the software, and I didn't have one at that point. So I was trying to play off my phone. I didn't know what any of the buttons did. I was trying to plug my phone in, and it just wouldn't work. And I was like, no, I just spent all this money and it's not going to work for me. But I ended up getting a laptop because I needed one for school. So that set me back even more. I downloaded the software. The first ever song I played on my deck was Hotel Room Service by Pitbull. What a song. Love it. Always goes off. And then from there it was just a matter of actually learning what everything does. I started off with beat matching, sound effects, all stuff like that, and actual mixing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there is a big thing around DJing where people think that it's just hit and play, letting the song play out, hit and play again, for the next
That's
song.
what I thought, and then they just do the
Yeah,
fucking-
exactly. The scratchy scratch,
Yeah.
but yeah, it is a lot more than that. Like, I had to train myself to listen to the song and count and beat match, and then be able to mix it in smoothly. And yeah, that was tricky. Initially, I learnt visually on the laptop, where you can see the actual beats of the song.
Yeah, the waveforms.
So you can actually see where they meet and make sure both the songs are like the same, basically. And I had to then train myself to listen to the song and do it. Is it orally?
Orally.
With your ears, So because when I transitioned into the club scene, they have decks where you just use a USB and you can't really see the screen, like, because with all the lights and the whole scene, you can't really see. So that took a lot of time. I did have a really good mentor who taught me a lot of what I know. That's Jazz Hourigan. He's from around the mountains. He's been awesome. He's been really good. He's shown me a lot of how to do everything. He's also introduced me to producing my own stuff, my own mixes, and now I'm kind of starting to get into my own songs, like making my own songs. So that's rewarding. But yeah, it's been such a big journey. And I think I've been really lucky, because most people starting off DJing hardly get gigs. And that's one thing that's been really good for me, especially with Jazz. He's helped me a lot, because he knows a lot of people in the industry. Finding gigs, that's been really good. And actually performing. Last year I had so many gigs, nearly once every weekend, which was unreal. So much fun. And really, the actual money is just a bonus for me, because the fun I have is just it's unreal.
It would be a mad experience.
And the whole idea of going to a party and you're the one in control of the mood, I guess, and how you present yourself.
You're creating the energy.
For sure, yeah, exactly. And that's what I feed off. Like, when I see people dancing, having a good time, it just makes me feel so much better, because that means I'm doing my job. And that encourages me to keep going. And that's another thing. I think so many DJs, they fall into the trap of they've got a set playlist for 5 hours, certain amount of songs. They rock up, set up, hit play, and just let those songs play on. They don't actually care about if people are dancing.
You got to feel your crowd.
Exactly right. Yeah, you have to read the crowd. You have to see what they like. I remember doing a gig at Parramatta, and nearly the whole party were of Indian culture. And that was tricky for me, because I didn't really know what they enjoyed.
Pull out some Bollywood tracks or what?
Yeah, you're right. And I tried everything. I tried everything. Rock and roll, I tried everything. And then, with about 2 hours left to go, I was like, you know what? Why not try some Kendrick Lamar? Whack some Kendrick Lamar on. Everyone came flocking. They loved it. They loved Kendrick Lamar. So I was like, oh, there you go. So that's what I'm kind of talking about. You kind of have to suss it out. And that's where the quality of a DJ lies, I think, because that's where you can go right or where you can go wrong, really. But yeah.
What was your first gig like? And how long did it take you to get your first gig?
Look, I can't really remember. It wasn't too long. I I only started on small events. I actually held a party at my house with about 25, 30 of my mates, and that was my first real gig.
Yeah.
Um, and I was loving it. I was laughing up every moment of it. Um, Jazz, Jazz, Jared
Yeah.
Hourigan, actually came, and he jumped on the decks with me for a bit,
Oh, that's mad.
and I felt like a celebrity. Everyone was dancing, they were all filming, and I felt like the man. But looking back, it's really nothing. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. But yeah, I've done everything. I don't really remember the first gig, but I've done 18th, 16th, um, formals, events. I've done a rugby sevens tournament.
Was that the one up at
Yeah, up
Wendy
the
Fall at
yeah,
the
yeah,
school
yeah,
there?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've done that. I've done CrossFit tournaments. I've done
I've seen you a
weddings,
lot of
everything.
gyms and stuff, like
Yeah, gyms.
45 and all
Yeah,
that.
been at F45. That's been good. It's funny to see their like not mood, but the way they train differ when there's someone there playing loud
Yeah.
pumping music. Like I know they usually play some banger tunes, but when there's someone there,
But when DJ Hutch is
play,
in the
when
house,
DJ
bro.
Hutch Clutch is in the house, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
What's your favorite? Well, where's been your favorite place that you've played at?
There's definitely a couple of house parties that
Yeah, that went off.
yeah, that I can remember vaguely. No, not vaguely. Like vividly.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were unreal. Yeah, a couple like Tom Leaney. I don't know if you know Tom Leaney. And Isaac Ebling. Shout out to all the Blacks and High boys. Yeah, they've had some cracker
yeah.
parties. And I'm talking like so many people and dancing for hours straight, and oh, it's just amazing. We have the smoke machine, the laser lights.
Oh,
It's
that'd
all
be mad.
cracking. Yeah.
Do you stay sober or?
I do. Well, I do now. When I was on my L's, I would have a couple of bevies because my parents would
Yeah, drive you.
yeah
Yeah,
come to drop me off and pick me up and whatnot. Um, but yeah, now because I got my P's and like I finish late, obviously. Sometimes 1:30 finish. Yeah, I have to drive myself, so I have to stay off the bevies, but that's all right.
good
I
mate.
can deal with that.
Still enjoying
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
time.
exactly right. Yeah, still having fun. Yeah, so that's
Where's
good.
somewhere that you'd like to play at? Do you have anywhere set in mind?
Yeah, for sure. Well, the ultimate goal is to play at like a really big festival.
Yeah.
Whether it's Tomorrowland, Ultra, something like that. That'd be a dream come true to me. But even like a club in the city,
Yeah.
in Sydney here, the Ivy, Scary Canary, yeah, even one of them would be unreal, I think. Even like the Chinese Laundry, yeah, there's some of the places that I think would be crazy.
How do you go about getting those gigs? It's just about networking.
It is, yeah. That's the other thing. It's one thing to be a good DJ, but if you can't understand the business side behind it, that's when it gets really hard because you can't network. Well, if you can't network, you can't expand yourself basically. Like it's all about growing yourself and becoming familiar with how the whole music industry works. And a lot of it is actually getting to know the people that actually run those places,
Yeah.
like those clubs and that. Becoming friends in a way with
Yeah,
them.
building
Yeah,
relationships.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And then from there saying, look, I'm a DJ, would I be able to come open a set? So like play earlier or play like at 2 or 3
Yeah.
in the morning after like the headliners play. And then from there you can just start to get like a feel for it. Yeah, but it's all about branching out and for me, that hasn't really been an issue. I'm a very confident, outgoing type bloke. So, yeah, that hasn't really been an issue. I think my type of personality, and the other thing is, I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I do know a lot of people, so that's good. Through sport, through school, through friends. So that's been good with finding gigs. But yeah, it's just been surreal. The whole experience. I think we're coming up to 2 years now since I've started. And yeah, loved every moment of it.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Is the army going to impact that? Like, do you reckon you'll come back to DJing when you get back from the army?
Yeah, I think. I think the actual training itself will get in the way of DJing, because for the first 3 months I'm full time at the army, so I won't be able to do any gigs or even just mix at home.
You can just DJ at the army.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Getting all the soldiers to get their hands up. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm pretty sure after the 3 months, when I go up to Singleton for the rest of the training, I'm pretty sure I get the weekends off.
Yeah, mad.
So fingers crossed, I might be able to still kind of pursue it.
Yeah.
Say on a Saturday night or something, which would be good. But if not, look, I think sacrifices have to be made, I guess. It's not forever, so I think
everything happens for a reason.
Exactly right.
If you come back to DJing, and it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think maybe going to the army, finding myself, growing, networking more with more people.
Way more important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then coming back and ripping into my music. It'd be good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the transition. And
thank you. Yeah.
Fucking when you come back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You'll be all jacked too, all the
training.
training.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be lots of training, lots of lifting, lots of running.
Do you do much running at the moment?
I do a bit. Yeah. I'm a bit of a big boy, so I prefer doing like some weights, and that type of stuff. So running isn't really my forte. But
do you have a soccer background, or was only Jack who played?
Funny thing is, I've played nearly every sport under the sun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did play soccer for many years as a young kid. Moved to rugby league for a couple of years. Played basketball.
Did you play rugby league for Lowell Blue?
I did. Go the Eagles, you beauty. And then I ended up... so we won a grand final. Yeah. And then I stopped playing. And then I went down to Emu to play with some of my mates down there. But yeah, I've played basketball, touch football, one of everything.
You just like to be involved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then actually this year, I went back to soccer with the boys, and that was good. Had some fun. Just we're playing is it second grade or Div 2? And yeah, we're just mucking around. I was keeper, so it's pretty funny. I saved a penalty, I was cheering, and the boys still owe me a 24-pack of Krispy Kreme. So get onto it, boys, because I saved a penalty.
Shit blokes still haven't eaten the Krispy Kremes.
Yeah.
Fuck, they're not that much.
Come on, boys. They're tight.
Fucking Jew-asses.
That's Zach Scobes right there. He owes me donuts. Yeah. But it was really good to play with all the boys. That was kind of my release from school. Going to training, having some fun with the boys. A couple of times. We'd usually play on a Sunday, so we'd get on the bevies Sunday night and have to go to school Monday. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
So you played soccer this year. Did COVID cancel the season for you guys?
It did. We couldn't play for a long while there.
Yeah.
But they were pretty good, the soccer. We the whole association type thing. We actually got up and running pretty early, like after the most severe part of COVID. Got back up and running, and the season was shortened a bit, so we got a bit of a refund back because of that. But yeah, it was good. Good fun.
Especially after COVID, it's good to get out there and get moving again instead of
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
basically doing nothing.
yeah,
Really.
exactly. And like the whole social part of it too was good as well as like the fitness. But yeah, when we were training and that, we're just mucking around. It was hardly training. We'd probably do one lap of the field, and that was our fitness done.
One of those teams, eh?
Yeah, exactly right. But we ended up coming second, and we probably should have came first. But yeah, what can you do?
Should have done a few extra laps, mate.
Yeah, should have. You're right. Yeah, should have. A couple more laps. Maybe put in a bit more at training. And,
a few less bevies.
Yeah, a few less beers, and yeah, you're right.
So
That's
DJing, what's your favourite song that you like to play?
That is a tough question. A lot of people ask me this at a gig. Actually, they're like, "Put on your favourite song." I'm like, "Oh, you're kidding." I don't mind Pitbull because he does go off.
OG, bro.
Yeah,
Everyone loves Pitbull.
Yeah, don't mind Pitbull. The old, as I was saying before, Hotel Room Service, my first song because I love it that much. But yeah, I think Can't Hold Us.
Yeah.
Macklemore. That's a banger. Yeah.
Is there a track that just never gets old?
Look, some of the old hits, like the old Summer '69.
Yeah, that's good.
Sometimes because that's the same BPM, so beats per minute.
Yep.
That's the same as some other like dancey type songs.
Yep.
Like Low by Flo Rida.
Oh, that's a good one too. Fuck.
So sometimes Summer '69 and like songs like Low, I mix together, and that gets them going. That gets all the ladies on the dance floor, and love it.
So is being a DJ a chick magnet or?
Yeah, a bit, yeah. I'm a bit of a not much of a good looking rooster, but
the music makes up for it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the skills on the deck, kind of make up for it. So, it is good. Lots of girls like to come up and pretend like they're DJing.
Oh,
put the headphones on and do the scratchy scratch. But yeah, it's funny because when I don't drink and everyone else is off their head, before I turned 18 and started like going out and drinking and stuff like that, it was funny to see the whole party scene and like how people acted. And, it was
Some people
funny.
Yeah.
Some people go off. Like I've seen some people that absolutely neck a bottle or like a vodka. Or one girl did rum.
Oh, bro.
And it's rough. It's rough, and it doesn't hit them at first, and then it's like, whoa! You start seeing them swaying. It's bad, real bad.
And it has to come up at some stage, either spewing or through the other side. It's not good.
Exactly right. Most of the time, it's chundering.
Yeah.
Oh, and that I can't watch that. I have to turn a blind eye to that one.
Especially when it smells too.
Oh yeah.
Nah, can't do that.
Get away. Get out of here.
Fuck me. So, is there any, I guess, negative sides to DJing?
Look, not really. I think the only one kind of downside is I have been to some gigs where it's just dead.
Yeah.
There's no one dancing.
Does that hit your confidence?
A bit, sometimes, yeah. As I was saying before, I do pride myself on song selection, reading the crowd and whatnot. But when there is no crowd, when there's hardly any people there, or they're just the type of people that don't dance, that's hard. It's hard for me to try and gauge what to do and what to play. But the other aspect of that is it kind of gets a bit boring in those situations because
it would be.
You're just standing there mixing songs like for no one.
There's no fucking energy.
Exactly right. Yeah, and and as I was saying, like I feed off people's energy to keep going, and when there's an absence of that, it's like oh no, but I find with that I just I have some fun and just like trying new things, new combos of songs and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, I'll make it work.
Do you have a
Yeah.
microphone like you can talk to the
Yeah,
crowd?
yeah. That microphone is a killer. It almost every party I bring it out. There's always someone that comes and screams in it, and it like red lines the volume. I swear my speakers are nearly gonna blow up in there. There's some big like scream and oh my god. So I just like turn it down, and they think it's still coming out because they're plastered. They think it's still coming out, but so they're screaming the mic, and no one can hear them but me, and I'm just laughing at them. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Is there one track that I guess is popular but you can't fucking stand?
Oh yeah, that is a good question because there are a couple. Oh, that is a good question. Let me come back to that one because there are some. There definitely are some, and when they're played, you know what one is? Bodak Yellow. Oh God, Cardi B. Oh, whenever it comes, like girls, mainly girls, sometimes a couple of boys, they come up, they run up. Can we request a song? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Then as soon as that word Bodak Yellow coming out of their mouth, I'm like,
sorry, I don't have that.
Yeah, no, sorry, I don't have it on the deck. But yeah, that's definitely one that doesn't go down well. Nah.
So, is there any tricks of the trade that for anyone kind of getting into DJing they could kind of learn from you?
Yeah. Look, I guess as we were saying before, being confident in yourself and your skills, laying down a foundation and trying to build up your business because at the end of the day, it is a business, and you have to build that foundation, and yeah, I guess developing your skills. Obviously, you have to fork out for the gear.
Yeah.
That is that is rough, but yeah, just being confident, and I guess if you are like going on to start DJing, you obviously have a passion for music and you like music. So just expressing yourself really, like try not to fall in that trap of just playing the music that like is so mainstream. You kind of have to do what like you enjoy, like play the music you like, but then at the same time you have to kind of read the crowd and whatnot. So it's all a balance act, I think. But yeah, go for the world. It's such a rewarding job, I guess you can call it. Job, hobby. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Have you had any, I guess, setbacks or you've made some mistakes?
Yeah. Not really mistakes, I don't think. I think in terms, there was one man that I was kind of talking to who owns some venues. I did kind of stuff that relationship up a bit, but that wasn't anything dramatic. But yeah, that was probably the only thing that was a bit of a setback because I was going to get some gigs through him. And he's not really from around here. He's like further towards Parramatta, like that area. So that would have been good to branch out down there. But yeah, besides that, nothing too major. Yeah, we've had some broken lights and whatnot. So
just general stuff.
Yeah, just general stuff. Fork some more money out and whatnot, but that's all right. Yeah.
Now, talking about equipment, I know for myself, podcasting equipment expensive. How much equipment do you have? And I guess what's a basic list of equipment?
Yeah, for sure.
A beginner would need.
Yeah, well, the controller I got, like the DJ controller I got, that is not of a high level, but it's like a 4-channel mixer. But that's pretty advanced in comparison to what you can start off with.
Yep.
Pardon me. So yeah, even a basic like DJ controller, you can buy small ones for pretty cheap. So you need your controller, some speakers, obviously to play the audio through. Then again, prices vary. For the controller, prices can vary from a couple $100 to you can buy a standalone CDJ for a couple of grand, and you need at least two of them. And then you also need a mixer in between them, and that's another couple grand. So
And
you
laptop
can go,
and all that
exactly,
stuff.
yeah. So you can go from a couple of $100 to thousands of dollars in that department. Same as speakers, a couple of $100 for a pretty average little speaker that will kind of do the job, to like a grand for a really big and quality audio type speaker. So deck, speakers, microphone cables to connect them all. That's really all you need in terms of audio. And then I've got the laser, strobe lights, those party lights.
All the little accessories.
Yeah. Smoke machine, that's good. That always goes off. But that's the basics really.
And once you start, you don't fucking stop
Exactly
buying shit.
right. You don't stop. No.
I started off with like one microphone. You just continue buying.
Yeah, exactly.
Buying,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
upgrading. Fuck.
for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's-
I've gone on to now buy studio monitors, which are like those speakers to really listen to the, like when you're producing songs, to listen to the quality of it like really well, because they're nice speakers. Gone on to buy them, a monitor to see the software larger. But yeah, it's just kind of forking more money out.
I just
really should be saving.
I lost
really,
track of the money that I spent. I'm just like, nah, don't want to see it, don't care.
Same
just
here.
just fucking buy the equipment.
Exactly, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and sometimes it hurts parting ways with money, especially when you have to pay a lot for your gear. But,
you gotta look at the bigger picture. Eh?
Exactly right. Yeah.
You're gonna get good use out of it. It's not like you're just buying something not to really use it.
Yeah, exactly. And you were saying it's like a long-term investment. So, yeah.
And I mentioned before, I love your little home studio.
Yep.
Built it out with everything, the DJ HUTCH sign.
The big HUTCH sign. I got that through Vistaprint actually. Yeah, I love good Vistaprint. They're nice and handy. They do one of everything. I've even got a stubby holder with the HUTCH logo on it. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I got stickers, got everything through them.
I seen you got some shirts too, eh?
Yeah, got some shirts. Yeah, got some HUTCH shirts. They were cheap. They're like $25. That like just not really to like make money or anything.
Yeah.
It was more so just to kind of get my name out there a bit more. And all the boys were great in supporting me with that. They all bought one, so they all rep it when we go out, which is pretty cool to see. It's good.
Yeah, it's good having a group of mates who actually really support you and want to see you grow as well.
Sure, yeah. And that's like when I first started. Like a lot of people have told me now that when I first said, I'm going to start DJing, they were like, oh yeah, then there's no way he's going to do that. But I stuck with it, and here we are today. Yeah, mixing and whatnot, mixing away. Yeah.
On mates, obviously I had Big Zags on here.
Yeah, Zaggy.
And we know everything that he's gone through.
Yeah.
How have you, you've been a massive support to him, one of his best mates. How did that affect you? I guess, did it change your perspective on life?
Yeah, it did massively. So Zags, he's a great bloke. He's a top fella.
Really good kid, eh? I love talking to him.
He's so good. He's built different, I think. He's built different. The Italian stallion.
Yeah, he's a unit, eh?
He is, yeah. He's built different. He's, as we know, as you said, he's been through a lot. And I feel for him, because it kind of just keeps coming.
Yeah.
The punches keep rolling. But yeah, he's been resilient. He's been strong. And yeah, I'm really proud of him because, especially with everything that's going on this year, outside of his situation, it's kind of taken the spotlight away from him. So to be able to keep pushing on,
Yeah.
not alone, I don't think. But yeah, to be able to keep pushing on is something that I really admire. I think something that was really good for him was he realised how big the support network is that you don't see on a day-to-day basis. Like, you know X amount of people,
Yeah.
but you don't realise that they're actually like there for you in a way. Yeah, but he's a top fella. I love him. Love him to
Yeah.
bits. Yeah.
Situations like that as well brought out like who his real true friends are.
Exactly.
And that.
Yeah. And yeah, it's been tough for him, I think. Seeing like who's been there for him and who hasn't. But I guess that's just the way we grow. It's just how we develop who we are. And yeah, I guess for Zags, yeah, I'm not sure. He's just he's inspirational because the way he's gone about it is just something that like we can all learn from. And yeah, he's just awesome. Great bloke, yeah.
That's why I loved having him on the podcast, and I had to get him on.
Yeah,
Get his story out there, and it was actually a very popular episode too.
For sure,
all the
yeah.
local boys and all that were getting on it.
That's awesome, yeah, for sure. And yeah, he's been doing heaps of work with like November and stuff like that. Yeah,
he was talking about that, yeah.
And that takes confidence to really open up because being like a young man, all that stuff is daunting. And I guess you don't really want people to know. And yeah, for him to be able to open up, like, he's kind of like me, like he's an outgoing type person.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be able to really open up and dig deep, and talk about not only the physical side, which again, being a teenage boy, like that's hard, but also the mental side. Like, speaking about that, we all know mental health is like a big issue. Yeah, but to open up about that is really good, I think, for him. Yeah.
So his story has like really inspired you. And
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Now you want to make the most of your life because you know at any time it can change.
Exactly.
And go downhill.
Yeah, and that's what I realised. I realised how fast things can change and how much it can change because, like for me, not having one of my best mates at school, like, and like seeing him, that changed like me. That changed, like, the way I think now, my outlook on life. Zags has had a big influence on that, and because we wouldn't be able to see him for ages because of COVID and his treatment. That made it hard. But yeah, he's a great bloke.
It's a tough situation,
Tough gig,
but
isn't it? Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, and like hearing that news would have been so terrible for him.
Yeah.
Like, I can only imagine. Horrible. But I remember a phone call with him. It's just silent. He doesn't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's hard. It's hard. And sometimes it gets like that. He had good days, and then he had some hard days. But yeah, I just try to stay with him, stick with him, and like you had to. There's no other option really. But yeah.
Yeah, he would have appreciated you, even on those phone calls. Where you're just silent. Like, he still knows that you're on the other end and you're there for him.
Exactly right. Yeah. And yeah, that was a bit tricky because I didn't really know how to take it.
Yeah, it's hard for you. Like you're a teenager yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
how do I deal with this
Yeah,
shit?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but we got through it, and he's come out the other end, which is awesome. Yeah. And now we've spoken like since, and we've promised ourselves like to make the most of life, not to get caught up in any drama, any shit that we don't need, and surround ourselves with people that are positive, because I guess that's really important for him and his mental side. You don't need people in your life that bring you down. So yeah, for him, I think that's really important that like he's realised that and now he's putting it into work.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Zags, I know you're probably going to be listening to this.
Yeah,
We love you, brother.
Love you, bro.
Man, so besides DJing, what are some of your hobbies?
Well, I love the beach. I love being on the beach, but it's a bit of a trek for me, as you know. So I don't really like get out there as often as I like. I like to think I'm a pro body surf. Like I'm shocking. I get dunked every time. But yeah, I love the beach. Love the waves. Going out for a swim. I like playing COD.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Do you play the new one?
Cold War or
I don't know. I haven't played COD in years. I just know they bring out one every year.
Yeah, there is a Cold War that just came out. I haven't bought that yet, but that might be on the horizon. But I play Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah.
And yeah, that consumes a lot of my time. As my parents will probably back me up on that one, but yeah, that's basically all. Just working at the gym every now and again, training, and mucking around with music. That's basically it. Playing some PS. I've been watching SAS Australia. It's finished now. That was pretty good. I watch documentaries. Yeah. We're just actually watching one about some psycho bloke. That was pretty interesting. David Attenborough. I love watching him.
I love that shit too. My missus hates it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh no. No, he's really interesting. I find that pretty cool. Sport docos, they're good.
Do you watch the Michael Jordan one?
No, not yet.
You got to watch it. It's a good one.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually eager to watch that one. I watched some NFL one. I can't quite remember what it's called.
There's a few on there. Some really good ones too.
Yeah, but besides that, I'm pretty cruisy. Yeah. Just going to the gym, stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you do any, I guess, personal development, reading, podcasts, any of that?
I'm not a massive reader.
Yep.
Through high school, I don't know if I should say this, but I didn't read any of the novels. I don't think
most people
did.
Yeah,
I did. I didn't hardly read any of the novels that we were supposed to, and advanced English. I got thrown around like I got chucked in the washing machine, bro. Oh. But yeah, recently I got given I think it was by my mum. I got given a book, and it's an SAS soldier.
Yep. Who
got the Victoria Cross medal. So I've been reading that. That's really interesting. That's been good. Podcast wise, some meditation stuff.
Yep.
I think it's mindfulness meditation or something like that. Just to gather my thoughts.
How do you go with the meditation? Good?
Yeah, not bad. This is going to sound weird, but I don't really know what meditation is. I kind of do my own thing.
I guess it's different for everyone. It's just about, I guess, being present with your body and your mind and shit like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I do listen to some of those podcasts, but I take some time just to lay there or sit there just in silence and just gather my thoughts, recollect. I like listening like to really soft pop music.
Yep.
Especially when I'm going to bed. That's soothing. But yeah, besides that, that's really all. Besides like that, what I usually listen to is weird because like I enjoy like hip hop, R&B, drill type music. Whereas when I DJ, I love everything house, EDM, stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I like all different types of music. Um, but one thing I've had to kind of develop is because I'm doing 18th, 21st, weddings, like all different type of functions. I've had to like build up a library of music that can cater for everything. So I've got country songs, I've got 80s hits, I've got like everything. And you kind of have to. You have to be prepared for anything. Yeah.
How much storage does that take up?
Oh, a lot. It's like 100 gig or something worth of music. Like, yeah. And I also pay a subscription for like for a streaming service. And they've got like a million like songs that you can just search up and then play straight into the software I mix with.
Yep.
So that's handy. But yeah, I've got heaps of songs, heaps. And most of them are like dance remixes of popular songs on the radio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Is there anyone that I guess inspires you or you look up to even in the DJ scene or in general life?
Yeah, I would say Zags is a big one I look up to. My parents, their work ethic.
Yep.
And yeah, they're the main ones. And then in terms of my music, probably, as I was saying before, Will Sparks, Timmy Trumpet, and yeah, I can rattle them off all day. There's heaps of big artists that I really look up to. I've been watching some videos on Flume and the way he operates and the way he expresses himself in his music is just unreal. It's crazy. So yeah, I do draw upon heaps of different people. Yeah.
Any military guys?
Not really. No.
Have you heard of David Goggins?
No, I haven't. No.
Look him up and then get his book. You'll fucking love it.
Is it good?
Yeah. It's called You Can't Hurt Me.
Okay.
Dave Goggins is a fucking crazy motherfucker.
Is he?
Crazy, honestly.
Shit.
Get onto him. And Jocko Wilkins, I think his last name is. Get onto him.
Yeah.
Some really awesome military guys.
Okay, sweet, yeah.
And now they're like all into business and shit too. So you can see the transition and how it all relates, and it's fucking crazy.
That might be me. That might be bringing out a book soon.
Who knows, man?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, but yeah, that's it for basically who inspires me. Yeah.
Has there been any big struggles in your life thus far?
Not really, no. I've been really lucky. Me and my family are all healthy. We have been since I was born. I've still got all my grandparents. Yeah, I've been really blessed in my life. There's been hardly any hardships. The only one thing is that we're not really close with our cousins. So like I wouldn't say I didn't grow up with any cousins because I did. We'd see each other every now and again. But yeah, like I see people that they've got real close cousins. They're always together, and I didn't really have that, but that's not like massive. But yeah, that's probably the only thing. Yeah.
So where do you see yourself in the next few years? Do you have any goals, or you just going with the flow and see where...
I think I am just going with the flow. I'm a bit weird. I don't really think much about everything. I probably should.
It's typical mountains guy, just goes with the flow.
Mountain goat. Yeah. But I think if I enjoy the army, which I think I will, I'll probably stay on. I don't think Mum will like that. She was very hesitant with me going. She's like, "Be
as
safe."
as most mothers would.
You're right, exactly. Yeah. No, I love Mum though. She isn't very protective, but she likes all her birds in the nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd really like to pursue my music. That's something I'd really love to do. As I was saying before, DJing on the big stage, event, like anywhere, whether it's overseas. That's what I was planning on doing, going overseas, like saving up for half a year, like
Yeah.
next year after school, and then the other half of the year traveling around Europe, trying to land some gigs somewhere and just see that type of music scene. But that got thrown out the window.
At least you can do it when you have the money, man.
Exactly
After
right.
the military.
Exactly, yeah, you're right, yeah. Fingers crossed I can possibly like lay down a house deposit.
Yep.
That's what I'd like. So that could potentially happen in the army.
Do you want to continue living in the mountains, or do you have another destination?
Look, as I was saying, when I love the beach,
Yeah.
I think I'd like to move somewhere near the beach. But I do love it here in the mountains. It's really nice,
Yeah.
secluded. Yeah, great area. But yeah, that's the thing with all the prices of houses skyrocketing.
It's crazy.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why I'd like to get into the market early, establish myself. But yeah, that's really all for plans. Just going with the flow.
See where life takes you.
Exactly right. Yep. I'm
Sometimes
a very
that's the
chill
best way to fucking go about it, eh?
Exactly right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm a very laid back type bloke, so I don't really get caught up with any of that. But yeah, that's really all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I guess my last few questions for you, man. We'll start with the first one.
Yep.
What's your definition of success? You may not have even thought about this before.
Right, that's a good one. Now, success. I don't think success is like something you can actually like. How do I say this? Like, actually get. I think success is a feeling within.
Yep.
A sense of attainment, like something that you've worked towards, and like something you've worked hard for. But each to their own. It's all like it all comes down to the individual. Whether success means something for you, it could mean something so different for someone else. But I guess success is like being content. I think that's a big part of it. Whether that's financially, physically, mentally, whether it's a job, whatever. I think, yeah, being content and working towards something, and then getting that feeling of the attainment, that type of thing. Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah, I think you just nailed it on the head there, and that's why I love asking, because everyone has a different meaning, different definition,
sure,
man. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Now, another question that you wouldn't probably never thought of.
Yeah.
When your time's all up on this earth and you're gone, dead, what would you like to be remembered for?
That is a good question too. I think my personality. I think like my persona, like my character. I think if I was to make it in the music industry, and show everyone like who I am, I think that's what I'd like to be remembered for. Like you see all the people that have passed away, that have been so monumental in changing the way the world goes. I think I'd like that to be me, in my own unique way. Whether it be remembered for the type of music I've created, the work I've done for others, something like that. That'd be really good, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, lastly, man, where can people find you? Where can they book you in if they want to get in?
Yeah, for sure. I got social media. That's the main platform where I I go about getting my gigs from, like, where people come to me to get a gig. So yeah, I've got Instagram, Facebook. My Facebook page is DJ Hutch, and my Instagram is Hutch Music 777. I've also got a TikTok page where I've got some mixes on there.
How's that going? TikTok's fucking
Yeah,
very
not bad.
popular
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I've got hundreds of views on some videos, and I'm actually working on some more content for that.
Awesome.
Because I've kind of kept that a bit quiet through like HSC and that. So yeah, I'm looking to pick that up.
Content is king, man. That's how you get the name out there.
Exactly right. Yeah. So yeah, Hutch Music 777. That's where it's at.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I guess we'll wrap it up there, man. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Honestly, I admire and respect anyone that's just fucking having a go and digging in, making the most of their life.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Yeah. No, thanks for having me.
All good, man.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Cheers, guys.